Hello friends, this is Honeysuckle, Lesson 2, How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. This is Lecture 3, means the leftover part of the explanation of Lesson 2, which I explained you in last class. Before we begin with the new words or the new part of this lecture of this lesson, I would like to describe that lesson which I explained you yesterday or in the last class. The dog felt the need for a master because he was unhappy with his way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about himself, looking for food and getting frightened of those who were stronger than him. Therefore, he decided to serve someone who was stronger than anyone else on earth, who would be his master. The dog chose a big, strong, and fierce wolf as his master. As they walked along, the wolf suddenly lifted his nose, sniffed, and darted quickly off the path into the bushes deep into the forest. The dog realized that the wolf was afraid that the bear would eat them up. Since the dog wanted to serve only the strongest, he left the wolf and asked the bear, who was stronger than the wolf, to be his master. Because anyhow the dog wanted the strongest animal or the strongest beast on the earth to be his master, so that he could enjoy his life and he would get out of his boring lifestyle. He chose the bear to be his next master. He served the lion for a long time because it was a good life, and he found that the lion was even stronger than the bear. That's why he chose lion to be his next master. It was a good life and there was nothing to complain about. Now let's begin from here only. It was a good life and he had nothing to complain of, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion, and no one dared to touch the dog or offend him in any way. Means the dog's way of life was going smoothly. He had nothing to complain of because he was living his life happily. Because here for is used as conjunction. For means because here. For giving reason, for has been used. Because there was no stronger beast. Beast is animal. There was no stronger animal in the forest than the lion. And because the dog was with lion, so no one dared, means no one could put the courage to touch the dog or offend him or irritate him in any way. So the dog was living his life very happily without any fear. But one day the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs. Then, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. Means one day the lion and the dog, both of them were walking along a path that ran amid. Amid means surrounded by. The path which was surrounded by bare cliffs. Cliff means a steep high rock, often at the edge of the sea. So there they were walking, and all of a sudden the lion stopped. Why did he stop? What was the reason that the lion stopped? He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that a hole formed there. Means he was too angry that when he made a stump on the ground, there was a big hole on the ground. Then he began to back away very quietly. Means he turned back from there. He turned from there and he decided to go back from that very place very quietly. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. Because the dog got surprised, he was amazed that how could the lion be afraid of someone? Who was the one who could make the lion afraid of him or her? Now the dog was curious to know. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. Means the dog understood that the lion was afraid of the man. We would better run for it or we will be in trouble. The lion said that they would better, if it would be better for them that if they would run from that place. Otherwise they would be in trouble. Here or means otherwise. Oh, well, then I'll say goodbye to you. Lion, I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. Means here dog said bye-bye to the lion because the dog wanted the master who was the strongest one on the earth. And here the dog found that the lion was afraid of the man. So the dog chose the man to be his master, and the dog chose, or we can say the dog chose the man to serve for the whole life. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. Means the dog left the lion and he went to the man and he asked him if the man would make him his servant or not. Of course, the man would make. So the man said yes, and the dog joined the man. He stayed with man and served him faithfully with all of his heart. Means the dog became a loyal animal for man. This happened long ago. A very long time ago it happened, but to this day the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. Means the dog is the only one who is known as the most loyal animal for man on the earth. That's why most of the men like to keep dog as their pet because the dogs are the most loyal animal for man. Now let us discuss the exercises, the questions which I gave you yesterday. I assigned you 3 questions yesterday, but before that we will do new words also. So kindly take out your notebook, your black pen, blue pen, or the other stationery items which you need. Let's begin. So from here our homework solution of lesson 2, how the dog found himself a new master, begins. Let's begin with new words. Before you begin with new words, make sure that you make format and correction work column at your right hand side. Number 1. Tame. Tame means domesticate. Number 2. Wandering. Wandering means aimless movement. Number 3. Frightened. Frightened means afraid. Number 4. Fierce. Fierce means eager to fight or kill. Number 5. Sniffed. Sniffed means smelt. Number 6. Darted. Darted means moved quickly. Number 7. Readily means easily. Number 8. Terrible means unpleasant, which is not good for you, which is horrible for you, which doesn't sound good. That is terrible, that you don't like. Number 9. Hastily, quickly, or we can say very fast. Number 10. Beast. Beast is animal. Number 11. Cliff. Cliff means a steep, high rock. Let's begin with question answers. Either write heading question answers or let's answer the questions. Make sure that you write heading or questions in black ink and their answers in blue ink. Question number 1. Why did the dog feel the need for a master? Answer. The dog felt. Here we have written second form of feel, that is felt, because the question has been asked in past tense. We come to know that did is given in the question. It means the question is in past tense. So answer will also be given in past tense only. The dog felt the need for a master because he was sick and tired of wandering about by himself looking for food. Looking for means searching. Looking for food and afraid of those who were stronger than him. I repeat, the dog felt the need for a master because he was sick and tired of wandering about by himself looking for food and afraid of those who were stronger than him. Question number 2. Who did he first choose as his master? Why did he leave that master? Its answer. The dog first chose. Second form of choose is chose. So the answer will be in past tense because the question has been asked in past tense. The dog first chose a wolf as his master, but he found that the wolf was afraid of the bear, so he left the company of the wolf. So answer of the first question, that is who did he first choose as his master, its answer is the dog first chose a wolf as his master. And the answer of second question, that is why did he leave that master, its answer is but he found that the wolf was afraid of the bear, so he left the company of the wolf. Or you can write that he left that master because he found that the wolf was afraid of the bear. You can write any of these. Question number 3. Who did he choose next? Its answer. He chose the bear to be his next master. Means who did he chose after the wolf? When the dog found that the wolf was afraid of bear, at that time means then and there only, the dog left the company of the wolf and he chose bear to be his next master and he started serving bear. Now it's time to assign you homework. Number 1. Answer the following questions in your rough notebook on the basis of explanation which I gave you today. 3 questions you have already answered and today we discussed them also. Number 4 is why did he serve the lion for a long time? Here he means dog. Means why did the dog serve the lion for a long time? Number 5. Who did he finally choose as his master and why. Again here he is used for dog. Means who was the final master being chosen by the dog as his final master. Means who was the final master of the dog and why did he choose that master. Question number 2. Solve book exercise. Means the back exercise, the exercise which is given after the lesson. Thank you so much.